Hi, my name is Veronica Guzman. I'm an artist. I do ceramics and paintings. When I was a child, my father always encouraged us to do whatever we like most. And at that time, he didn't know it was going to be art, so it was kind of weird for him because he was a scientist, so he thought it was going to be something related with what he liked. But at the end, three of us, my sisters and me, we totally did different things, but focus on whatever we feel that it was more our passion, and that was what we were doing. And at the beginning, I didn't know that people could live as an artist, so I studied graphic design for that. But then after the years, I was like, I really don't like graphic design, so I then start doing just art. And ceramics came because I was living in Malaysia, and actually when I was living there, what happened was that I entered in this cultural shock with the three cultures. It's like Malay, Chinese and Indian living in the same city, so I couldn't focus on anything on what to paint. Like I was like, I like the saris, I like this, I like many things, but it was too much. I was so overwhelmed that I was like, I'm just gonna do ceramics. And I used to do ceramics here in US, but not as an artist or not as professional. And there I started to do it. At the end, I ended up buying a wheel, and then I bought my kiln, and then I was a ceramist all of a sudden in Malaysia, and the painting was a little bit behind, but still there, and now I'm back to do paintings again. I don't consider that I am like totally supporting myself as an artist. I've been very like lucky to have someone helping me like to do this, because if I would be like, maybe if I would be just doing myself as an artist, I would be teaching more. That I was gonna be my plan before breaking my leg. And actually I like to teach a lot, and with that I think you can, like, okay, I am an art teacher, but I can do the art that I like at the same time. But doing art, just art, is difficult, but if you keep trying and trying. I like Portland a lot because people start to recognize you as an artist, and they start to see what you do. For example, with me, the main thing that I do is the armadillos, and they see the armadillos, and now I think after a couple of years that I've been showing in Guardino and in Alberta, they see my things, and now they starting to buy them because they know it's me, and they recognize that. And also because besides being armadillos, my inspiration is in Mexican art, and since I'm Mexican, then it relates, right? Like they get a click when they see armadillos, and the kind of drawings that I use and the decorations. I think that's all what it matters, because before, people were saying you have to focus on something, because I like everything. I like watercolors. If you go around my house, you're gonna see all the paintings that I have. I have fish painting, I have ocean paintings, I have flower paintings, and I was like, I don't like to focus. I like to do everything, and I still doing everything, but at least I have something that people can relate. Because I think people here in America, they like to think, oh, that's the artist that do portraits, or she's the artist that do leaves. So with that, is important to have something that people can relate to. I'm not American also, and I'm both. I'm Mexican American, and that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just different. And I was like, oh, finally, after all these years, like we've been living in all these, we live in India, in Vietnam, in Malaysia, in all these places, and he understands that every one of these people is different, and it's not bad and it's not good. We are just different, and we respect each other. So I think that's the main thing that I want to teach them. But still, that living in all these countries, I was bringing my things. Like, okay, this is a Mexican house, we eat this, and even if we're in China, we go and get the tortillas, or we get the chiles, and then outside we get to mingle with everybody else. But in our house, we're Mexicans, and my paintings are from Mexican themes, and my decoration is mostly Mexican, a little bit more mixed with Asian lately, but they feel that, and I think they understand and they appreciate that they have roots. I think you have to see what you like and what you are good at. Because sometimes you say like, you know, I'm not good at anything, but then you're like, oh, I like to make paper airplanes. Maybe there's something about that, you know, like, how about if there's these things about airplanes, or how about this thing about paper, something that you have to find like this flame inside, something that, wow, it's gonna make a and then you're gonna like write, because you're doing something that it feels important to you, and then from that many things can happen. So I think you have to surround yourself with people that support you also, because artists were super dramatic. I don't know if it's just me, but I find that all the artists we are. So at some point we are like, no, you know, it's like I cannot do this anymore. We don't have a boss, we don't have someone telling us what to do all the time. So you don't have like, oh, Monday, so my boss told me to do all these things. You have to be your manager, the people that sells your work, the people that's gonna create, the designer that's gonna create the new pieces, everything at the same time. So especially Mondays are like, oh my god, again, I have to like think what I'm gonna do, and I have to buy all these materials. So pushing yourself to do all this, but it always, you know, it's something that is inside you. I think artists, we born artists, because it's like something pushes you inside to keep going, and you cannot live. If I don't do it, I feel that I'm doing something wrong, and I feel that I'm not doing my duty in this world. So I have this thing inside, like, no, you know, I have to keep doing it, even if nobody buys, even if everything is full of my paintings there, and they're just piling up. I have to just keep doing them. And that's why I changed to, okay, paintings and now ceramics, because I feel that the paintings were piling up more than the ceramics. So the ceramics, at least some people can use them, and they're more sellable. My happiness, well, it's many things that make me happy. My art is one of them, my family is one of them, and just waking up and breathe and feel everything in this world makes me happy. So for people that cannot find like the reason, like sometimes it's like, you know, you're awake, you can breathe, and then from there it's like, oh, but I have this art that I'm doing that I enjoy, right? And I have these people around me that I enjoy, that they happen to be my family. It's, I think you have to find things that make you happy to just go day by day and love life.